Hello, dear listener. Welcome to my channel, where we explore life-changing ideas and insights to help you grow, thrive, and live your best life. Today, we're diving into Chapter 1 of Atomic Habits by James Clear, titled The Surprising Power of Atomic Habits. This chapter is all about understanding how small, consistent changes can lead to remarkable results over time. If you ever felt stuck in life or wondered why big changes never seem to last, this video is for you. By the end of this video, you'll learn how to harness the power of tiny habits to create lasting change in your life. Now, here's something important. Each chapter of Atomic Habits is packed with deep insights, so I'll be explaining each chapter in a separate video. If you enjoy this one, make sure to stick around for the next video, where we'll explore Chapter 2, how your habits shape your identity, and vice versa. All right, let's get started. Part 1. The Fundamentals. Chapter 1. The Surprising Power of Atomic Habits. In the opening chapter of Atomic Habits, James Clear introduces the central idea of the book. Small changes can lead to remarkable results. He begins by explaining that habits are the compound interest of self-improvement. Just as money multiplies through compound interest, the effects of your habits multiply as you repeat them. Clear emphasizes that it's not the individual actions that matter most, but the systems and processes behind them. A single workout won't transform your body, and a single day of writing won't complete a book. However, when these actions are repeated consistently over time, their cumulative impact becomes significant. This is the power of atomic habits. Tiny changes that compound into life-altering outcomes. Clear uses the analogy of an airplane trajectory to illustrate this concept. If a plane taking off from Los Angeles to New York adjusts its heading by just 3.5 degrees, it will end up in Washington, D.C., instead of its intended destination. Similarly, small changes in our daily habits can lead us to vastly different outcomes over time. The challenge, Clear explains, is that these changes are often so small that they don't feel significant in the moment. It's easy to overlook the importance of reading 1 page a day, meditating for 1 minute, or saving $1. But when these actions are repeated consistently, their impact grows exponentially. Clear calls this the Plateau of Latent Potential, where progress feels invisible at first, but eventually leads to a breakthrough. One of the key insights in this chapter is the difference between goals and systems. Clear argues that while goals are important, they are not the primary driver of success. Goals provide direction, but systems are what actually lead to progress. For example, if your goal is to lose 20 pounds, focusing solely on the number on the scale can be demotivating if progress is slow. Instead, Clear suggests focusing on the system, the daily habits that will lead to weight loss, such as eating healthier meals and exercising regularly. By shifting your focus from goals to systems, you can create sustainable change that doesn't rely on willpower or motivation. Clear explains that winners and losers often have the same goals, but what sets them apart is their systems. A football team with the goal of winning the championship won't succeed without a strong system of training, strategy, and teamwork. Similarly, individuals won't achieve their goals without effective systems in place. Clear also introduces the concept of identity-based habits, which is a recurring theme throughout the book. He explains that there are 3 levels of change: outcome change, process change, and identity change. Outcome change focuses on results, such as losing weight or writing a book. Process change focuses on habits and systems, such as exercising daily or writing 500 words a day. Identity change, however, focuses on who you believe yourself to be. Clear argues that the most effective way to change your habits is to start with your identity. Instead of saying, "I want to lose weight," you might say, "I am someone who values health and fitness." By aligning your habits with your identity, you create a deeper sense of motivation and commitment. Clear emphasizes that every action you take is a vote for the type of person you want to become. Even small habits, like choosing a salad over a burger or going for a walk instead of watching TV, reinforce your identity as a healthy person. Over time, these small votes add up, and your identity begins to shift. Another important concept in this chapter is the idea of marginal gains. Clear explains that improving by just 1% every day may not seem like much, but over time, these small improvements compound into significant results. He uses the example of the British cycling team, which went from being mediocre to dominating the sport by focusing on tiny improvements in every aspect of their performance. They made small changes to their training routines, equipment, and even their sleeping habits. And these marginal gains eventually led to Olympic gold medals and Tour de France victories. Clear applies this concept to personal habits, explaining that small, consistent improvements in areas like health, productivity, and relationships can lead to extraordinary outcomes over time. The key is to focus on progress, not perfection. Even if you're only improving by 1% each day, those small gains will add up to a 37x improvement over the course of a year. Clear also addresses a common misconception that success requires massive action. Many people believe that they need to make dramatic changes to see results, but Clear argues that this approach is often unsustainable. Big changes require a lot of willpower, and willpower is a finite resource. Instead, Clear suggests focusing on small, manageable changes that are easy to stick to. For example, if you want to start exercising, don't commit to an hour-long workout every day. Start with just 2 minutes of exercise. The goal is to make the habit so easy that you can't say no. Once the habit is established, you can gradually increase the difficulty. Clear calls this the 2-minute rule, and it's a recurring theme throughout the book. The idea is to focus on consistency rather than intensity. It's better to do a small amount of work every day than to do a large amount of work sporadically. Another key insight in this chapter is the importance of environment design. Clear explains that our environment has a powerful influence on our behavior, often more so than our motivation or willpower. He uses the example of a study in which people who moved to a new city were more likely to change their habits, simply because their environment had changed. Clear suggests that we can use this principle to our advantage by designing our environment to support our goals. For example, if you want to eat healthier, you might start by removing junk food from your kitchen and stocking it with healthy options. If you want to read more, you might place a book on your nightstand instead of your phone. By making good habits easy and bad habits hard, we can create an environment that supports our goals without relying on willpower. Clear also introduces a concept of habit stacking, which is a strategy for building new habits by linking them to existing ones. For example, if you already have a habit of brushing your teeth every morning, you could stack a new habit of doing 2 minutes of stretching right after. The idea is to use an existing habit as a cue for a new one, making it easier to remember and stick to. Clear explains how habit stacking works because it leverages the power of existing routines. Our brains are wired to follow patterns, so by attaching a new habit to an existing one, we can make it feel more automatic. This strategy is particularly useful for people who struggle with consistency, as it provides a clear and actionable way to build new habits. Finally, Clear emphasizes the importance of tracking and measuring your habits. He explains that what gets measured gets managed. By keeping track of your habits, you can see your progress over time and identify areas for improvement. Clear suggests using a habit tracker, which is a simple tool for recording whether you've completed a habit each day. The act of tracking your habits creates a sense of accountability and provides a visual representation of your progress. Clear also notes that tracking your habits can help you stay motivated, as it allows you to see how far you've come. Even if progress feels slow, seeing a streak of successful days can provide a sense of accomplishment and encourage you to keep going. In summary, the first chapter of Atomic Habits lays the foundation for the rest of the book by introducing the concept of atomic habits, small changes that compound into significant results over time. Clear emphasizes the importance of focusing on systems rather than goals, aligning your habits with your identity, and making small, consistent improvements. He also introduces key strategies for building new habits, such as the 2-minute rule, environment design, habit stacking, and habit tracking. By understanding and applying these principles, readers can create lasting change in their lives, one small habit at a time. And that's a wrap on Chapter 1 of Atomic Habits. I hope you found these insights as eye-opening as I did. Remember, small changes compound over time, and even the tiniest habits can lead to extraordinary results. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel for more empowering content. Hit that notification bell so you never miss out on new videos. And don't forget, this is just the beginning. In the next video, we'll explore Chapter 2, where we'll dive into how your habits shape your identity and vice versa. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. Until then, take care of yourself, keep growing, and remember, small steps lead to big changes. See you in the next video.